and a 1. And we're live, and it's Sam and John, and here we are. And let us go on the screen share. And yeah, John, how are things?
Good. I mean, I just dropped in here to talk to you a little bit about the build that I posted this weekend for upgrading the GMAX Rails gem. But
Sure.
I just mentioned to you that I think you know Rose Williams.
I do. I know Rose. Well, yes, from SUNY Binghamton University. Yes.
Right. And she's looking to get a lot more of her students into local support in particular.
Indeed.
So I thought that was interesting. Hopefully we can collaborate. I told her that, she was saying, it's a little bit difficult to figure out what people can work on. And Michael directed her to a particular Storm tracker, but also just recommending trying to make this scrum right here.
Yeah, well, actually, here is Rose. Hey, Rose. John is here. John was just telling me about you chatting with him over the weekend, and Thomas is here as well. Cool. Rose, you're sounding a little quiet. I guess it all sounds exciting and good. Shall we, John? Do you just want to? I've given you a load of comments on your code. Do you want to just summarize what you're working on, if you're stuck on anything, and what your plans are, just in the usual Scrum fashion, and we'll sync up.
Yeah, sure. So I got your comments. Nothing seems to be a problem. Those all look like good suggestions.
Yeah, minor sort of minimal things. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks like it's all working, and yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why we went into that build was because when we upgraded to Rails 4.1, the hack that we had for that Jasmine rake task just fell apart.
Yeah.
Instead of reinventing the hack, you might as well, just finally upgrade this code.
Yeah, and it looks like it allows us to throw away some other nasty hacks as well. So overall, very positive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the negative 3,000 lines comes from getting to delete the GMAX Royal directory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I mean, we're getting rid of more than we're adding, which I think is always a good sign. So yeah, good stuff. Yes. So I mean, I think if you go ahead with those minor modifications from that, we can get that pulled in fairly quickly. Yeah. Good show. Yes. So are you? I'm sort of assuming you're not available for pairing now, and probably you'll have a busy week, and maybe we'll see you again at the weekend, perhaps.
Yeah, probably. The one thing, Marion and Michael were with me yesterday while I was working on it, and they were sort of like doing QA live as I was doing changes to the map.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a couple weird things come up with like a scroll bar on the info box and stuff like that. So definitely worth giving it a little bit of QA.
Okay. Yeah. We won't rush
the QA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good. Thanks for flagging that. Excellent. Always your input extremely valuable as always. Good show. Well, maybe we'll go on to Rose. So Rose, how are things with you?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I've boosted your sound on my side. You sound, I can just about hear you. Yep. Keep on talking.
Oh, okay, because I can always switch mics if.
No. I think we're good now. Yeah.
All right.
How are things with you?
Well, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've made a lot of progress with respect to getting my students sorted out.
Well done.
And I'm hoping you'll give me access to local support pivotal tracker.
Mm-hmm. I can do that immediately if you can. Local support. What's your the email that you have for? I'll need your email for Pivotal in order to give you access. Yeah.
Right. Rose W.
Binghamton.edu. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that. So Rose W at. Yeah, I think I have started typing it in. Go on.
Yeah, Michael pointed out a very nice feature that might be a good starting place for one or more of my students. So
right.
I'm anxious to share that, and I'm hoping that they'll take up some website 1 tasks.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that little README with the scrums now is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I had a suggestion for one more thing that you might want to add, which is some sort of identification of which scrums are more people-oriented and which are more project-oriented.
Yes.
Because they're quite different baseline.
Yes, yes, I think that's something we've been talking about. Actually, something that I was hoping to go talk about in the local sport retrospective, which we didn't actually manage to have on Friday, although that's another long, complicated story. But is that I mean, I was in the Oslo Scrum with the people, and I'd sort of been thinking, oh yeah, that's maybe what we should have them be calling it the American Scrum or what have you. It almost makes sense to sort of almost go in the opposite direction and make more of the scrums specific project scrums, because I guess for most people they kind of, I mean, if they want to get involved in a particular project, they kind of want to get involved in a scrum that's for that particular project. So if it was like, right, this is, and if this is the time for that particular project, and that's the time that those people can regularly meet, then I mean it's a shame for people who are in different time zones who can't access that, but that's also a mechanism by which you would actually select the project. Is like, okay, actually the project scrum for this project is happening at a particular time. So yeah, I mean that's something I'm planning to discuss with the local support people on Friday. Is if maybe we make one of the scrums a local support scrum, if that makes any sense. I don't know that any of us actually can get together frequently enough, but yes, something we're considering.
Yeah, great idea. Otherwise, those are sort of my ups. My down is that I tried to redo typo, and when I was trying to set it up, I couldn't get one of the libraries to install.
Okay.
And so I tried to update some of my Ubuntu files. And now I keep on getting this message saying I'm out of disk space, even though I freed up a lot of disk space. And emptied my trash and done all the kind of suitable things you do. And now I'm basically dead in the water, so I either have to fix this or rebuild my VM.
Yeah, I mean, have you done a detailed post of where you're up to on the help boards for the MOOC? Perhaps would be a good place to. I mean, I guess that it's a bit early for the MOOC. I mean, maybe even to the beta sources. Yeah, I mean, I mean, typo is that's the legacy homework for the MOOC, which obviously is a pain. Yeah, I mean,
the biggest problem I'm having right now is I can't even get do anything on my VM.
Oh, sure, yeah, but so that you can write up that problem and post it to the beta sources list, and maybe we can give you some help there.
Okay. Yeah, either that or I just have to rebuild it.
Yeah, either way, painful. Yeah.
And start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really what I want to do at this point.
No, indeed. Yes, I mean, I think if we can all get free of the VM, ultimately, that will be the place to be. But yes, a bigger sea change required. Are you free for some pairing now? What are your plans?
Well, I mean that's the big thing that I have to straighten out before class today. So,
okay, so you're working on that now, and would appreciate support from anybody who's available.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, my sympathies, my condolences there. Let's just go on to Thomas, if we can. Thomas, how are things with you?
Just fine, thank you, and great to see John. Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it easy. Well, I've been hearing some great things about your new job and stuff. So let's hope we can catch up someday soon. Yes, well, I was planning to host the midday scrum, but I was running late in a meeting, so Norbert was hosting that, and it was a great scrum, and I met Rose there, and we just planned to get together tomorrow and set her up, or her students up, with some website one tasks that
excellent.
They could do some refactoring of our automated tests. So perhaps that could be something interesting for them. And 7-month-old member Robbie showed up and wanted to get back into the action of website one or local support or Ostra or something. So I pointed him to the Ostra Slack channel, because I know that he's developers, and so hopefully he'll get in touch with those guys and work with them.
Right.
And basically, I haven't been doing much. Just spoke to Sasha briefly about our feature branch that we are kind of working on, without actually doing any work, but
sure,
we're supposed to do it. And that's it. And I'll be available. Tonight I'll be hosting the OptiCourse extra session.
Right.
The last disaster, and hopefully, if I can squeeze in some pair programming, I'll do that with whoever is available.
Good show. Okay. Well, let's do me. I am. Yep. Working. Pleased to get John feedback on his pull request. I see Michael is following up with the local support client. Yeah, we've got Pravina, on the new person on local support, trying to get set up with it, having problems with her VM. Yeah, I mean, I think what would be lovely is if we just had like boxes in the sky that people would just sort of start using, and yeah, I mean, in some ways, if we switched entirely to Node or Sinatra, that would be the key, because the problem is partly getting set up with these boxes for Rails is so goddamn heavy. Pardon my French, but anyhow, yeah, I mean, I mentioned this to Thomas already. I've been promoted at Makers Academy. I'm now the head of education, and so I've got suddenly a lot more responsibilities here. So my brain is expanding in all sorts of different interesting directions. I don't immediately have any time for pairing, although I think in the longer term I'm going to have some interesting synergies to get more non-profits in here working with Makers Academy and more sort of real-world projects. But yeah, I'm all about it's all about Makers Today, working with students. Yeah, I can't. Things blocking me are just getting on top of the tide of stuff, really. I guess if there's anything that needs to be done on the Agile Ventures front, do agree with me. I know I need to get client meetings and the TA certificates done with Thomas. But yeah, that's I think about it from me. I'll be looking again at the Agile Ventures stuff on the way home on the train. Trying to follow up. Looking forward to local support retrospective coming up this Friday, perhaps. Yeah. And anything else that we need to address as a group in the last? We've got a couple of minutes left on the Scrum.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Rose.
Yeah. I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, okay. I think that's covered everything. I mean, Rose, you could at least throw the error message you're getting up on the screen. Just even if we can't do anything actual, we can give you emotional support and sympathize with how awful it is.
Yes.
It's the least we can do.
The intention will be helpful.
Yeah, sometimes it's not nice to know that you're amongst empathizing friends. I often find that to be very helpful.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that there's an. I'm excited. I mean, I think it's wonderful that the Scrum links are working again. It was wonderful that Thomas was able to meet up with Yarrow in Tenerife. We do seem to have some new people coming in from different directions. I've been sort of promoting the Agile Ventures to the MOOC, to Makers and so on. So there's a positive vibe. I think yeah, let's keep on doing what we do and go from strength to strength. But Rose, you haven't shared your screen yet. Are you intending to do so?
Here, I'm trying, and I am having a few little issues.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I may have to. Or it could be coming. Yes. Oh, it looks like it's getting there. But so, are you suggesting? I think that you. Yes. One of the things I note is I think it's very difficult to modify the memory size after the fact, but I think that looks like what you're trying to do there.
I was trying, but the thing is, I need to install some things before I can do it.
Yeah.
And they won't install because it keeps on telling me I'm out of memory.
Is it the VM that's telling you it's out of memory, or it's like the entire system is out of memory? Like your.
It's the VM that's giving me this message.
When you try and start it up, you get a particular message of it saying.
Here it is. Sorry, it was hiding behind some windows.
Oh, they do that. I think they do it intentionally. It's their sneaky little buggers, these things.
Yes, they are little time thieves. So let's see, where do I have my?
But so did you say something about you actually upgraded the version of Ubuntu inside the VM?
Well, I could. It was telling me I didn't have enough memory, so I was trying to at least update my packages.
Yeah, I think that see, I generally would recommend against updating the packages in the VM, mainly because in my experience in the past, it's like, I mean, I tried to make a VM based upon the Ubuntu 14 or whatever it was, and it was just huge. I think it's got really busy. So yeah, I can see that you've got like a disk full error. Yeah.
Yeah,
indeed, I can.
This all started with. Let me see if I can find it. I'll here.
But yeah, no, I mean, I sort of see approximately the situation that you're in, and I would say that that's, I would, I mean, as you're trying to do it sensibly, you're trying to increase the amount of memory that's available to the virtual machine. I think I have tried and failed to do that in the past. That doesn't mean that you won't succeed. It may be shorter, maybe simpler in the short term, just to create a new box. Maybe the way to go.
Right. Do you see the unable to locate package live SXLT?
Right. Okay.
Okay, and I tried to install it.
Mm.
And I got, well, this message popped up, and basically it said that I needed to repair my catalog, and I was not going to be able to install or do anything
until you've done that, and then yeah.
And
well,
then
and
I tried this repair.
Yeah.
And it's just been closed.
Yeah. Well, and I think I mean, it may be a very unpleasant situation where, basically the typo thing is, a legacy thing that's getting older and older, and it's relying upon other stuff that's older and older. And so, for example, if something becomes unavailable, it may get into a state where it can't be run on this VM box. I mean, I haven't tested the typo thing in a little while, so it may just be yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've got anything more constructive to add, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
that is a tricky situation that you're in there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of despair because, I have a few students that are still having issues with it, and it's going to be hard for me to help them if I can't get mine.
Absolutely, yes. For that situation, I mean, the fastest course of action may be to create another box. But again, you could spend the time creating another box and still find that you had the same problem. Yeah, you're definitely in a bit of a difficult situation there.
Yeah, I was hoping one of my students could join the scrum this morning, but I think he's in class right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He can't make.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Rose. I'm gonna have to. I've really got to go now. Yeah. So maybe Thomas can give you a hand. Anyway, I'll look forward to catching up with you soon. Good luck with that error.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye for now.